You ever wonder why we're here? It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it?
Welcome back to the Funhaus Podcast.
Oh, welcome back.
I'm your host, Lindsay,
I'm your co-host, Ryan.
joined by Ryan, Haley. Every week we're here.
I already said that, but...
Every week we're here to bring the Funhaus Podcast. I'm trying to speak softer. Everybody's like, oh, Lindsay is so loud.
I'm trying to get the fucking energy up, man. It's fucking Monday. Let's go.
Yeah, actually what they say is that you're just not loud enough. So that's actually a lot nicer than calling me too
I was
loud.
just complaining about that before we started recording, but I hate how directional these things are because I'm here, trying to move my head like a normal human being when they talk, but I can only keep it straight for anyone to hear me. So I apologize if you haven't been able to hear me in the past.
How do you normally move your head? You normally move it like this when you're talking?
Well, usually
like
if you have a microphone,
big.
you can have a microphone that is more like it's recording the aura around it as opposed to just the one straight line going into it. It's so directional.
The aura.
So, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about.
What? I'm just saying that's cool.
Cool. What did you have planned for us today, Lindsay? This is your day of the podcast. Always exciting.
This is my
when
day.
I don't have to plan the podcast. And not that I love planning the podcast, but I also like just coming in cold and blind to your podcast.
That's great. Well, you're not totally blind because about 20 minutes ago I gave you the full recap of everything we're talking about.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, so we're going to be...
Entertain me.
We're going to be talking about what we're up to here at Funhaus. Give some Funhaus updates.
So you said, yes.
Shout out some content. And I have a couple clips to show too of some shows
Stuff
that I'm working on.
Okay, cool.
And I thought maybe we could catch up and give our opinions on last weekend's big event, Creator Clash 2.
Hell yeah, Creator Clash 2.
We
That was
each
fun.
had a few friends fighting in that. So.
And you had a fun get together at your
did.
apartment.
I hosted a little thing.
Is it an apartment or a condo?
That's an apartment, yeah.
Okay, I don't know anything.
So Jacob's going to join us later, and we're going to talk about that.
Cool. Can I tell you something really cool that happened on my weekend?
Yeah, you were at my party. Is that the cool thing?
Well, that was cool.
Okay.
But and I say this weekend, it actually really didn't happen this weekend, but I forgot to talk about it last week because it was so cool.
Okay.
I went to this event and a Food Not Bombs event. I don't know if you're familiar with Food Not Bombs. It's a cool
You get to
organization.
eat food, I'm assuming?
No, you make food for homeless people. But
Did you make food, Ryan?
well, no.
Oh, damn it.
That this was a fundraiser for that kind of for the place.
All right.
The organization. But yeah, they're in most cities. So go check out Food Not Bombs. It's a great thing. However, the cool part, the thing I wanted to talk about was that they had a raffle, right? And there was a ton of people at this thing. And so they were like, all right, here's a big raffle. And they were raising for it all night, $5 a ticket. And I'm like, give me 2 tickets, I'll just got to have a little skin in the game. They were raffling off like 15 things.
Okay.
All right. And, there was, by the end of the night, there was hundreds of these tickets.
Yeah, 100 of entries.
Hundreds of entries with different people's names.
What was like the big prize, the top prize?
Fuck. I'm trying to remember. This is embarrassing. It just happened. There was like a cool gift certificate to something, and yeah, damn, I wish. And there was a couple big art pieces that looked really cool. That definitely looked pretty expensive. So, good prizes. But the cool part about it is that I won both of my things. Both of my raffle tickets got pulled out of hundreds, and everyone.
And there was only 15 prizes?
Yeah.
And you won 2 out of 15?
I won 2, to the point where like everyone's just like, when my second one got picked, everyone's like, boo!
Yeah, of course, you're gonna get booed.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. What did
you win?
It was, and that's the other thing that was ridiculous is that the first thing I won. Okay, so some woman gets up there.
Your tickets got pulled?
And I only put 2 up in there. So then I won after the second one.
Did you go to the casino after that?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I can't believe I wasted all my luck on this this
raffle for charity.
Yeah. But the first thing I got, which before I won it, some woman gets up and goes, "Hey, yeah, so God, I wish I could. It's like some neural massage."
Okay, like a scalp massager.
I don't really know, but all I know is that it sounded really intense, and she said it was like a massage for your brain, and she made a pointed effort to say it's not surgery, but kind of. And I'm like, oh my God. And then somebody that I was with was like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but she did not sell that well. And then I won it. And she literally right before she pulled my name they pulled my name. The person I was with was like, hey, if I win this, I'm just going to give it to you, Ryan. and then I won it. And so I now can make an appointment for this neural massage thing. I wish I knew what it was
it's
about.
somewhere that you got to go.
It's like, yeah, this person who was up there pitching it, I'm going to
God.
her house. Basically, and I'm like, well, what is this?
This is for charity?
Yeah, it was for charity. And then she was like, well, this isn't the real, if you really sign up for this, it's like thousands of dollars over the course of like 16 hours, but I'm getting the 3-hour version, which I'm like I don't even know if I want to do this. I don't want something that's kind of like surgery for my brain, but I wanted this fucking weird food not bombs of it.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. And then like two prizes later, I won the guy who was kind of throwing the fundraiser. He's a portrait artist, and now I won a portrait for like a future. I can go to his house and he'll draw me.
Do you have a pose picked out?
Huh?
Do you have a pose picked
Oh,
out?
I hadn't thought about that. What do you think I should pose as?
I don't know. That's a good one.
Everyone in the comments, please tell me what I should pose in my free
Maybe
portrait.
a little kissy face.
For our audio listeners, Lindsay is making a kissy face.
Like
Maybe
that?
like
Scrunching her
a
face
Burt
up.
Reynolds style where you're laying across
A bearskin rug, butt
with-
naked.
with a fireplace roaring in the
Okay,
background.
all right, that's good.
I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, and I'll have like a 9-foot prosthetic penis attached that's coiled like a snake in front of me. What do you think, Rick?
Yeah, that's it. 100%. That's it.
Incredible. Incredible stuff. Well,
So anyway,
congratulations.
it was. I was happy about that. That was a pretty cool thing. Go give money to Food Not Bombs.
Wow, that's cool. We've both been pretty busy here at
God
work.
Damn fucking right we have. Fuck.
There's a lot going on here. We've got even despite the fact that there since the beginning of the year have been fewer videos, we've added 2 live streams a week, which
4-hour live streams.
2 4-hour live
Should
streams.
be noted.
So basically, on Tuesday and Thursday, if we're trying to get any other work done, and then we're involved in the live stream that day, it's just get your work done up until 12. Try to scarf down lunch, and then go prep for the live stream. And then at 5 o'clock, it's over. Nobody's really doing anything real at 5 o'clock on any day, especially after you've just tried to be like on for 4 hours. It's a lot. And you have a whole block that you do like occasionally. How many have you done now?
Kingdom Hearts? I
Yeah.
think we've done 3.
Ryan's been playing Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I'm like 12 hours into Kingdom Hearts 3.
And would you say that this is the most hours you've had in any game?
In any game? I wouldn't say any game.
What's the game that you would
believe it or not,
think that
I
you have the
used
most
to
hours
play
in?
the shit out of a few games.
Like what?
The ones I've talked about on here. I mean, like the old 64 GoldenEye.
Okay,
and
so like,
stuff.
yeah.
NFL
So
Blitz.
nothing,
I played a million
nothing
hours.
story-wise, though.
God, what was the last? What was any story? I should have came prepared. I know I've done stories in video games, and I like them. Aladdin on Super Nintendo.
What a banger.
That was a fun
That one
game.
rocks.
It's a banger.
It's a banger.
I don't know if that counts though. I know I've done one more recently than that. Tetris Effect, does that count?
That 100% counts, yes.
Okay.
What's the storyline there?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's fucking good.
That's the point of the whole question. Well, yeah, I mean, but still 4 hours, and it's not like it's every Tuesday. So we've been rotating out these sort of sessions that we're doing on Tuesdays. And I don't know what the strategy is here. If James were here, he would have a lot to say about it, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
But what's another game that they're playing on Tuesdays?
Well, they've been playing Sonic Frontiers. And then they played Resident Evil for a couple weeks.
Oh, we did do that. Yeah.
But the main long running ones right now are Kingdom Hearts, Sonic Frontiers, and I don't know if there's any others that are that like that category yet.
I don't know either, but in a couple weeks we're going to be playing Jedi Survivor.
Okay. Oh wait, Jedi Survivor?
Isn't that what it's called? Isn't that the new one?
I thought it was Jedi Academy or something.
Oh, that's a different gameplay that
okay.
Jacob was talking about. That's not the new game. That's Jedi Survivor is a new Jedi game, Star Wars game.
Oh, so it has nothing to
do you
do
remember
with
a couple
CBS's
years ago?
Survivor?
No. Oh, I'm so
God damn
sorry.
it. I thought it was
I'm so
a Star
sorry.
Wars version of Survivor. I was so pumped.
Jedi Survivor, they're all just like Padawans surviving in the the temple. Oh my God. I was just thinking though, or I was wondering do you remember the video that came out like years ago when the guy who was the actor in the game came and did a video with Jacob, and Jacob had the Arc Bumpy Roos meme moment?
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was the game,
I
the
edited
first
that.
one. That was the first. Well, they weren't playing the games, but he was there. He's the voice actor from the first game, and so the second game is coming out, and so that's what we're gonna play. And
That
that's
guy was really funny.
That's some Funhouse deep cuts for you all. So
Also, Funhouse fact about him, I think Cameron, right? Is
Yes, his name was
yeah,
Cameron.
and we ran into him when we all went to go see Scream 6 last month.
oh really?
Yeah.
Did you say, "Hey, what's up? You remember me?" He said, "No."
He was there with one of the killers.
Oh shit!
I'm not going to spoil it, but he was there with one of the killers from the movie that we had just watched.
Oh my God!
So we watched the movie, and then he's there with the killer. It's cool.
That's pretty cool,
Yeah,
man.
and scary and terrifying.
That theater is like the spot.
Burbank 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, that's where
I
all
just see about all the people like who go to that theater. I see the celebrity encounters.
It is like they just had Beau is Afraid, just had its limited run there for the last week before it gets nationwide released. And yeah, Joaquin Phoenix and Ari Aster had a Q&A there the whole time and stuff. And I saw Mia Goth and Brandon Cronenberg
that's
before
cool.
whatever the fuck, Infinity Pool. Yeah, I don't know why that theater specifically though. I guess it's close to all the big movie studios, maybe.
Maybe so. I mean, yeah, it's close to like the
Warner
Burbank
Brothers
right
and
here.
Disney, at least, and
All that to
Universal.
say that, tune into that stream that's coming in a couple weeks where Jacob's going to play some Jedi Survivor. But I mean, he's probably going to play that on his own in his free time afterwards. And I'm curious, and I want to hear from the comments, and we can ask on Reddit too, like what series would be fun to incorporate into this mix,
Into the stream
like
mix?
the Tuesday.
Yeah,
mix.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
If y'all want to see a specific game stream, put it in the comments
Where
below.
you want to see us play it in 4-hour chunks once a month. Let us know.
And you said that Jacob is going to be playing next week this Jedi Survivor game.
When it comes out.
Or when
Is it
comes out.
next week?
And also next week, Jacob is going to be coming on this podcast to talk about Survivor.
Well,
I just got to prep everyone for that
I
again.
just want to clarify it won't be this coming week. It'll be the week after that. It comes out he'll play it in May. It'll be the first week in May.
Okay.
But yes, very excited for that. And then, like I said, we stream 2 days a week. So on Thursdays, it's like a little bit of variety. We're mixing it up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, that way we can have different people come in and out and we can do smaller sections. And I also try to do like the community show on Thursdays where I check in on the Reddit and look at fan art. We love looking at fan art. And that's an opportunity to show that stuff off when we can. However, this Thursday, so today, when we're recording this, it's the week of 420.
Oh, right. Today, the day that they're listening to this on YouTube, it's 420, huh?
It's 420.
Happy 420, everybody. Yeah.
So if you're listening or watching this a day early on Rooster Teeth, so just come back tomorrow on the Funhouse YouTube channel and watch it. We are doing a live stream, the 420 live stream, and we're doing a live shopping event. So we got a lot happening that day. Today.
Right.
We're doing a live shopping event where we're like slashing prices like crazy. Here's
Selling some of my pre-worn goods.
Actually, we're gonna sell some of Ryan's real stuff. So
And really,
Tune
we
into
should clarify. I mean, obviously, it's happening today, but it's more like you're getting my pre-worn goods as a extra special grab bag
Yes.
mystery gift with another piece of merchandise
So
you would buy.
there will be a couple of times where we'll shout out an item, and it'll be like, okay, every person who buys this shirt also gets the little goodie bag of something of Ryan's.
And please, post pictures of you wearing my old clothes on Reddit. I have lots of good memories in those old clothes.
I think it'll be so funny.
I need pictures of you wearing it.
So that's today, and then right after that, we're gonna do the 420 live stream. And
Yeah.
it's not going to be as
I'm
like,
probably already high by now. By the time you're listening to this, I'm so high.
it's not going to be like crazy and wacky, but I do think it's going to be
What
fun.
the fuck do you mean it's not going to be crazy and wacky? It's a 420 stream.
It's going to be funny.
Oh.
And it's going to be
What's the difference between
relaxing.
crazy, wacky, and funny? Okay. Relaxing.
I think there's going to be parts where it's going to be relaxing. We're going to have, it's going to be a ride. We're going to do,
I forget that some people smoke weed to relax.
I can only smoke. I have to because it actually has helped with my anxiety in like the last year and
Okay.
a half. Whereas before, about 10 years ago, it would just give me anxiety. It's for me, it's up and down. Like when I first started, I could get so high and I could eat entire pizzas and I could just be fucking baked out of my mind. Like one
Can't do that
time
anymore?
I had too much of a cookie and I went to see Captain America and on Sunset at the Cinerama Dome at the ArcLight. I don't think I was in the dome. And I went to see Captain America. And then for like 8 years, I didn't know how that movie ended because in the middle of the movie, I was too high. And I had to get up and leave and go sit down on a bench in the hallway and stare at the ground. And I thought that the floor was made of rice at some point. I was like, if I step on it, I'm going to ruin the mandala.
The mandala?
Yeah, that's like a sand mandala.
Yeah, made out of rice.
Yeah, I thought it was made out of rice. Anyway, so then my friends came out after the movie was over, and I think I fell asleep on the bench maybe, but
Jesus.
so then for a while, for years and years, I was too scared. I would panic. I would get panicky all the time.
About smoking weed?
Yeah, about being high.
I heard recently that is
And it took a while.
That for people who start smoking weed earlier, that sometimes later on in life, it causes them to have anxiety all of a sudden. Like they can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Somehow
I think at this point in my life, I think I've taken like enough time where I wasn't getting high like that. That now, if I get, kind of high or a little bit high, like I can handle that, and it's fun. And I'm around when I'm doing it now too. I'm always around. I'm not getting high at parties and stuff. Like I'm only doing it around my friends.
I hate being too fucking high. And
Oh,
it's
yeah,
only happened a couple times, but when it does happen, God, it sucks. It's like it's supposed to be fun. And here I am fucking dying over here, and everyone else is having a blast. Can we, maybe for the rest of the time, talk about our our best 420s?
For the rest of the time.
Well, maybe not the rest of the time.
For the rest of the time. Well, okay.
What's the best 420 you've ever had, Lindsay? Here on 420.
I do want to hear about your 420, but I want to say first about the rest of that stream, which is going to be great. So make sure you watch
Next
that.
Thursday. You mean today?
Yeah, today. It's going to be relaxing, but also there's going to be games. We're going to make Ryan take the idiot test. So
because
it's
I'll pass that shit.
yeah, and we'll see. But that'll be a really fun time. And also, speaking of 420, I love theming things. By the way, so
know you do.
if there's something that if there's a piece of content that coincides with an event, even a made-up holiday, I'm like, how can we make it fit? So I also did an episode of my new show called How Hard Could It Be, which is on the All Good No Worries channel. It's a DIY show where I like make shit and stuff like that. But my second episode of the whole series happens to be out on Thursday, 420 as well. And I saw that well ahead of time. I was like, my second episode comes out on 420. I got to get high and try to make something. So I did. I got high with Tay and I tried to make tiramisu.
High tiramisu cooking show. Okay.
Yeah, we got high and we tried to like basically.
Did you, well, I mean, no spoilers, I guess, unless you want to.
Gotta watch the episode. However, I do have 2 clips for you.
I'd love to hear it.
So.
Have you ever seen the YouTube video Gardening on Salvia?
No, but is it really?
It's what it sounds like. It sounds, that just reminded me of your
because
show.
isn't salvia like insane?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would not want to do that.
Yes.
It
Well,
is
I
insane.
recommend you try once in your life, but you're not going to have fun. But
You're
Oh,
not
I
gonna have
recommend
fun.
once I drag a knife down your back. It won't be fun, but
well, but it's it's only a 5-minute.
which clip do you have
experience.
first? Okay, so while we were filming my show, Tay and I got high and we wanted to create extra social content. And just to give you an insight, so Elise was there. She was so amazing and awesome because it's lovely to have that extra help on set. And she goes, okay, well, we're going to film some social content and we'll figure out what it is. But the TikTok meme of like, there's like a voice, the TikTok voice lady, it's a robot voice. And what does she sound like? She sounds like, when you have too much to drink, where's my friend? So the voice.
I know you're talking about.
Okay, Elise was trying to do this voice and trying to get us to do like a TikTok trend. And I don't think we're going to watch it.
We'll see.
Banking tips for when you're banked.
Never. I don't know, honey. Never have a soggy bottom.
Oh, was that English? What did you say?
Soggy bottoms. There's makeup. What does a soggy bottom have to do with the tip?
The tip? Oh, the baking tips.
What? I can't pee my pants.
I saw very little baking going on in that clip.
What do you mean? We were totally baked.
Well, no, you know what I mean.
That's not what you meant. So that was Elise trying to do her TikTok voice, which
Is that
baking
this
tips
might
for
be a-
when you're baked.
This might be a dumb question, but does that person exist? Like, does the AI, does the voice of that AI? Oh God, Lindsay just slammed her mouth down on her Coke Zero. But, is that just a computer voice, or is there like somebody who talked?
Write this down. Rick's already writing it down.
Is there somebody who talked for a little bit and then they made all of the sounds off of this one person?
I'm sure it's something. I don't know.
It's okay,
I feel like
so it's not
I'm
that dumb
high
of a
right
question.
now.
If anyone knows that woman,
I don't think it's a dumb question. It's just
Let us know
so
in the
funny that
comments.
you asked it.
well, cool. I can't wait to see your show, though. That looks fun.
Oh, I have one more clip that was actually during the show, and there was a step that I realized I did wrong. So
Okay.
I have a clip of that as well
Okay.
from Elise's perspective.
Let's check it out.
I got egg goopies on me. Where did I go? No one knows.
Okay. Is this plugged into anything?
Yeah. So I got the eggs. We're gonna whip some eggs. Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, egg yolks. Fuck. You gotta get a spoon or something. Damn it. I'm gonna use my fingers.
Did you wash your hands?
Yeah. Yeah. You can do this. It's fine. You just go like this.
That's good. That's a lot of that clip. Oh, she's zooming in on that.
Use that bowl? We are gonna use a bowl. Oh, I thought you might use the tiny one.
Haven't you ever done that?
Fingered eggs before? No, not recently, at least.
Jeez. I mean, I think I was scooping them out. It's not fingering's like when you're like, right? I
I don't know.
Anyways, so that was a lot of fun, and it's out now, so you can go watch it.
Yeah, for our audio listeners, Lindsay put cracked eggs into the wrong bowl, and then she scooped out the some parts of the eggs into another bowl. That's kind of what happened.
Yeah, so I was cracking all the eggs, and then I was like, all right, ready to mix the eggs, and I realized that it just wanted me to get the egg yolks, so then I had to put it in my hand back and forth to get rid of all the egg whites,
Okay. Yeah.
which is a thing you can do, but usually you would do it with the eggshell, is you would crack the egg, and with the eggshells, you would pass the yolk back and forth to kind of like remove some of the whites.
Interesting.
I know how to cook. I know how to
I'm
cook.
trying to go my entire life without cooking.
We know. So, yes, Ryan, if you'd like to tell me and tell our viewers and listeners out there what the best 420 you've ever had is, I know you're dying to tell us.
Oh man. Well, we'll just go around the horn here. Best 420s between me and Lindsay. I mean, well, I also had a terrible one. My first one in college. The first time I truly got high was a terrible experience. And I say that that actually wasn't the first time. First time in college, I really got high. Was at 420. I did a couple times in high school, but I really started smoking in college. But I thought my brain was going to cave in. It was always going to be like that for the rest of my life. I was just in this fetal position in my friend
Good
Ray
God.
and Chow's house. And
You thought your brain was gonna cave in?
I just had never really. I remember sitting there at first, like cracking up because of just we were all watching these funny clips on TV, and then I just remember being like, "Oh man, I wish my high school friends were here. They'd think this was so funny." I just remember laughing, and I mean that's not that funny, but I just remember laughing.
When
And
you're
then all of a
high,
sudden-
anything's funny.
And then I just remember being like too high and being like, I got to go lay down somewhere. And I just remember being in the back, being like, oh, and people would come and check on me periodically every 15, 20 minutes.
Damn.
How you doing, Ryan? I'm like, is it ever going to end?
Yeah.
And then at some point, I
Yeah.
became totally normal like I am right now. And-
Like you are right now.
yeah, but I would say my best 420 was at the co-op. We would have had the 420 Olympics with such events as freestyle bong ripping competitions, fastest joint rolling competitions, fastest joint smoking competitions, joint smoking or blunt smoking relay races.
My goodness.
Ring like smoke ring competition. Everything you could think of. And I one time won the freestyle bong rip competition. And it really wasn't that impressive.
What did you do? Some like smoke rings?
No, I really don't know smoke rings. But yes, Rick, you have your hand raised?
Question, yeah. Were there any 420 decathletes that would participate in multiple events?
Oh, yeah. Most people were decathletes.
Yeah.
At this, it was,
Cool.
you would sign up for most things. But there was a couple things where you're like, all right, this is my deal. Like, I am the joint rolling guy or whatever, Longest, oh, yeah, like some people, it was kind of like a arts and crafts blunt, like weirdest one you could do, like giant crosses or something. But yeah, I won freestyle bong ripping competition one year, I want to say 2007 or so. And let's see what, describing it sounds stupid, but I'll try to paint the image of it. I was butt naked, as one is at the co-op, wearing a bonnet, and somebody had two people had a bamboo stick, and they raised me up with me like straddling it. So it's just like basically I'm getting like a bamboo wedgie, And I did these like acrobatic maneuvers on my naked on my bamboo thing while I smoked the bong. And everyone thought it was pretty cool at the time. Just me repeating that, I'm kind of ashamed.
No, it's pretty impressive. Not gonna lie, that's pretty impressive.
I'm not really that proud of it at this point in my life. But, at the time, it was cool. Anyway, what about you?
I don't know. It's just now that we all have that image in our head.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think I remember like 420s or anything specifically, rather than
It only
just
happens once a year.
just times that I like actually got really high, Like there was another time that I got really, really high and was walking down the hallway and I was like, the hallway, it just felt like it was stretching out beyond where I could reach. And my friend was like, whatever you do, don't look in the mirror. So, by the way, I think that somebody laced my drugs that time because I was like, why would he tell me that when I would be smoking weed all the time? But that was another time where I stopped for quite a while. But other than that, last year I had a lot of fun because, we were here, but I got to get high at work, and that was fun. John hosted the 420 stream.
Yeah, that was a
and we
fun
did
time.
logos. We did Legos and stuff. So that was pretty fun. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think I have any specific 420 moments. I think I'm working most of the time.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You can get high at work.
Has anything crazy happened to you, Rick?
No, but my first salvia trip was on 420.
Oh, God.
And it was
Jeez
the worst.
Louise.
It sucks.
I mean, I say first, but it was the first and only time I've done it. So I hit it. First mistake, I hit it out of a 3-foot bong. Second mistake, one of my friends was playing Call of Duty Zombies in the background.
Oh, shit.
So as soon as I hit it, I exhaled all the smoke. I sunk into the couch, and all of a sudden, it felt like the gunshots were going towards me. So I was like rattling in the couch, like moving around, thinking I was getting shot. I saw the door, cracked open the door, had to get some fresh air. 15 seconds later, luckily it was over.
Yeah, it only lasts for not that long.
No, I know
but
it's like
very
short,
intense. It's
but I
very
don't.
intense.
Yeah, I don't think I need that.
I've done it 3 times, but the first time I just remember, like, I took it. You know, they say like hold it as long as possible until your vision vibrates, or whatever. And then I just remember like essentially falling back into the couch that I was sitting on at the time, but like the couch kept going past where it was landing, and I ended up with like in the exact same scenario, like a copy of with all my friends, like the same living room, but like back into the couch, if that makes any sense. So it's like I'm falling into the same exact room I'm at with all the friends
Sort of like
around.
out of body almost.
I wouldn't call it out of body. It was almost like I was on this weird ride where it was like I was on a Rolodex on the couch, but going through different rooms that were the same room with the same friends in it each time. And then at some point it stopped, but it sucked.
I also went to a reggae show on 420, which is probably one of the best 420 experiences. But at that same show, I also smoked way too much. I was watching Catch a Fire. I don't know if you're familiar with Catch a Fire, Ryan.
No.
But they're a New Zealand reggae band that's very good, extremely good when they're live. So I highly suggest you check them out. But I smoked way too much that night. Had to exit the crowd because I was probably the only time that I had a panic attack. So I had to get the fuck out of there. But other than that, it was fun.
First time I ever saw weed in my life was my dad, for whatever reason, has a crazy, very, very taste in music, and he was really into Linkin Park when they were first coming out.
Okay.
And he was like, and when I say really into, he's a guy that just like, he probably had like 3 songs that he put on his mini disc player, you know, and was like, oh, now I'm a Linkin Park fan. And he really wanted to go to the show, but it was general admission, right, at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis. And so he was like, hey, Ryan, I'm gonna drop you off way early, and you can see the open bands, but just make sure to save us some good seats.
How old were you?
It's 2002, so I was 15 or 16.
Okay.
And so I got there way early, and Cypress Hill was opening up for Linkin Park. And during, not Insane in the Membrane, but
Dr. Green Thumb?
some song about weed, basically, which a lot of their songs are.
Yeah.
Then they came out with like an 8-foot bong and stuff. And he was like, smoke them if you got them. So everyone's passing it. And the people next to me didn't know that I was pretty tall for my age. So they didn't really know that I was only 15 or 16. They're like, you want this? So I like took it. I'm like, oh yeah. And I like hit it. I'm like, and I just remember being so paranoid because for one, I did not do it right. But like I was so paranoid that my dad was going to come in and smell this. But I'm like, in hindsight, it's like the whole fucking place smelled like weed.
Yeah.
It's Cypress Hill show, But I'm like, oh no. But I only hit it like twice, and then
So you were 15 the
passed it.
first time you saw it, and the first time you smoked it.
all my friends, really close friends, got into it about that time. Yeah, like 15, 16.
So you had never seen it ever before that.
I had never seen it. Yeah, I'd never seen it before.
Oh.
But then all of a sudden, I did a lot.
I was
But I was a good kid, and I was like, no, I'm very protective of my brain. I'm not going to. My mommy told me that this would hurt me, and I'm not going to do it, except maybe this one time with Matt, senior year.
I was gonna say that I grew up really poor, and we lived in all sorts of neighborhoods and like cities, rather, all sorts of different cities, and had all different kinds of neighbors. Is what I was trying to say. And so I saw it when I was very little. I was like, "Mommy, what this?
Mommy, what's this? What's this chronic? What kind of chronic is this?
She's like, BCB.
Mommy, you smoke swag?
But,
Too many C's, Mommy.
it is what it is. One time also, my mom's going to be so annoyed that I'm just telling stories. One time, this is not drug, but one time I was in her car, I think, waiting for her. She run into the store or something. I was like, ooh, she left her Diet Coke. I want Diet Coke. just a Diet Coke slurry of cigarette butts.
Oh,
And I was like,
you're gonna
oh.
make me puke right now. I've done that before. Oh,
And then,
God.
yeah, as a little kid, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
A whole cup of dip
But
spit.
that
Done
was
before too.
years ago. So anyways, with that, we're going to take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors. And after that, we'll bring in our buddy, Jacob. We'll catch up, see what he's been up to at Funhouse. And I think we'll give our valuable thoughts and opinions on the last weekend's Creator Clash.
Oh, hell yeah. Get high.
Today's episode is sponsored by Evil Dead Rise. I'm so excited to tell you guys about the 5th installment in the iconic Evil Dead series, Evil Dead Rise. It's coming to theaters on April 21st. I can remember watching other Evil Dead movies with my friends when I was younger, and we were all so freaked out. Definitely some of the scariest movies I've ever seen. As opposed to the other movies in the franchise, Evil Dead Rise moves the action out of the woods and into the city. It's directed by Lee Cronin and stars Lily Sullivan, Alyssa Sutherland, Morgan Davies, Gabrielle Eccles, and newcomer Nell Fisher. The movie follows 2 estranged sisters who are reuniting for the first time in a while, but their reunion turns, let's just say, less than ideal when flesh-possessing demons enter the picture. This just seems like the type of movie you have to see in theaters with a crowd. I can only imagine that everyone will be gasping and screaming and probably covering their eyes and freaking out through the whole thing. So get your tickets now to see Evil Dead Rise in theaters April 21st. You can head to evildeadrisemovie.com to watch the trailer and learn more about the movie. Today's episode of the Funhaus Podcast is brought to you by ZocDoc. I think we have all been in the situation where you're feeling under the weather, you begin searching your symptoms online, and before you know it, you stumble down a TikTok rabbit hole full of questionable advice from so-called experts. But there are better ways to get the answers you want and the care you deserve from trusted professionals and not random people on the internet. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. I always count on ZocDoc to find exactly what I'm looking for. If I got a sore throat, if I got the hiccups, if I got a bellyache, you can filter by insurance, location, specialty to find the exact doctor for you. It makes that whole overwhelming search for finding a doctor so much easier. No more doctor roulette or scouring the internet for questionable reviews. With ZocDoc, you have a trusted guide to connect you to your favorite doctor you haven't met yet. Millions of people use ZocDoc's free app to find and book a doctor in their neighborhood who is patient-reviewed and fits their needs and schedules just right. Go to ZocDoc.com/FHPod and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/FHPod. ZocDoc.com/FHPod. Hello, everybody. We have returned, and we have brought around Jacob Fullerton.
I'm back.
You're here like every week these days.
It feels like it, yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not mad about it, but you might be, because you might be like, I got other shit I got to do.
No, it's fun. I like talking to you guys.
Too bad. Jacob's stuck here hanging out with us.
It's not about Survivor.
For once.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
We're not
I
going to
gotta
talk
save
about Survivor. And before we dive into the meat of what I brought you here to talk about, I wanted
Oh, we're going
to...
to talk about meat today.
Yeah,
Ooh,
meat.
I love me some nice smoked meat.
We're going to talk about... We're going to get some updates from Jacob about... What you working on here at Funhouse lately?
This has been a Funhouse update / weed centered episode of the podcast.
Oh, little peek behind the
Yes.
curtain.
Give us the thing you're working on
Okay.
lately and favorite 420, and then we'll move on.
My favorite 420,
Yes.
year.
Yeah, the 420 day of any
Okay.
year. What you did
Well,
on that
currently, I'm cutting an episode of Action Packed and Jacked.
Oh,
Great
shit.
series.
Yeah.
That's a
With
great
a
fun series.
Special guest, another special guest. Actually, we
Oh.
got a couple. We had Brandon on. The one that came out this week.
Nice.
And we've got another special guest. Y'all will you'll see very soon. And my favorite 420, probably 420 1845.
What? No, that you've been alive for. That you did weed stuff on.
That I did. That's gonna
You
be.
didn't understand the assignment.
That 420 is going to be the one that's today. That'll be the only one I've done weed
Yeah.
for.
That'll be so sick. Jacob's
I've
gonna
never
get
done it.
so high.
Everyone
y'all.
tune in to the stream that's happening today, and you will see Jacob do weed
Yes.
for
Yes.
the first time.
Well, you
on
will see
420.
me affected by weed at maybe like an
Yes.
hour after I've consumed it because I just eat those delicious little gummies.
How many are we doing?
What?
I don't know yet.
How many are we doing,
Rick's
Jacob?
always pushing me into the highest.
What's the
numbers
most
possible.
gummies you've ever consumed in one sitting?
10 milligrams.
10 milligrams.
Yeah.
That's for the hardcore stoners out there. That is not a lot at
Yeah,
all.
Rick wants me to hit 30.
Gotta bump it up, bud.
But I
Gotta
need to
bump
get-
it
I
up.
need to
God.
get home at the end of the day somehow.
We
Well,
can,
oh, yeah.
arrange an Uber for you.
Oh
No,
yeah,
it's strange.
We should be Ubering and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
It's weird. I feel like I've like almost gotten higher off of like less than that. But it's weird.
And have you ever hit the vape?
No,
or a
no.
vape?
I
Never
try
done that?
not to get stuff in my lungs.
I respect that.
Fucking baby. No, I'm just kidding.
You've
No,
never-
that's
you've never-
that's good. That's
You've never
good.
heated up a weed gummy?
No, I've never smoked, ever.
And free-based a weed gummy?
Free based?
Yeah, with a straw.
What? You stick a straw in it? And you...
No, well, you gotta put the weed gummy on a knife and put it over a stove and then take a straw
and you
and then you
suck
just
up
suck up all
the
the smoke
vapors,
comes out of the thing. I don't recommend this at all. I'm just
Okay.
saying. I was just wondering if you ever had.
No, I've only put them in my ass.
Okay, thanks.
Well,
That'll protect
okay.
your lungs better.
Jacob, you're not just cutting that stuff right now,
No.
like that series. You're also in a lot of the videos lately. You're kind of organizing and coordinating our streams. We were talking about our streams earlier. I'm gonna open this door because it gets way too warm in
It's
here.
pretty toasty.
We would
Nasty
be,
little
yeah.
box.
The stream, we would be lost without you, Jacob, on the streams. You know?
Oh, thank you. I mean, this week I feel like the streams it's kind of already happening. We've got like you've already done Kingdom Hearts.
Am I doing that tomorrow?
That is tomorrow.
God damn it!
A couple
I need
days
to
ago,
edit.
podcast time. Yeah, I planned them ahead of time. But yeah, there's the Kingdom Hearts 420 stream. That's Lindsay. You've taken charge of that one pretty much.
Not the Kingdom Hearts 420, because Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts is
I think
tomorrow.
he meant there in a comma
Yeah.
in the middle.
Oh,
There.
in the middle, yeah.
Got it.
Yes, I mean, it's not going to be. It's going to be more gameplay and video game focused, but so hang on. I had to open it. It was so hot in here. Thank you. Just
There
let
we
me
go.
crack. Thank you. Okay, sorry, editor. Can we start that over? What was I saying? It's not just I mean, it's going to be a 420 stream, but it's going to be like gameplay, like where we're going to be playing some cozy games and some relaxing games.
Super cozy.
Some stuff on the computer. Where last year we did the stream and we didn't like have any sort of, I think, gameplay element to it. It was all, dexterity stuff, which
I wasn't
we
part
can
of
do
that
too.
one. I wasn't a stoner yet,
Yeah,
like I am
No,
now.
he's-
He
Big old
wasn't a
stoner.
gummy head yet.
Yeah.
gummy head. But yeah, so that'll be fun. So now I wanted to talk about an event that we all experienced
Okay.
this past weekend. When we all watched the Creator Clash.
Bo
2.
is afraid.
Oh,
Oh, Creator Clash 2. We did see. Yes, we all watched that together.
I really don't know if that was a bit because you did tell me earlier that you were going to talk to Ryan about that movie.
we both watched Bo
we
is
talked
Afraid.
about it outside the podcast.
Okay, you talked about it.
We
All
don't want
right.
to spoil anything.
That's fair. That's fair.
This, yeah.
But
it hasn't even come out to the rest of America.
I didn't
yet.
even
You're on
realize that when I
420.
went to go
Yeah.
see it.
That's a special LA thing.
we have we both have friends who were fighting in that. I mean, you guys, people that we know.
Former guest Brett Hundar on
We
this
had him on this
podcast.
podcast.
He was at the Creator Clash fighting.
You want to know what happened to him?
I heard what.
yeah.
And then we also had Alana Pierce.
Yep.
dearly beloved
Deadly
Alana
premonition
Pierce.
expert.
Well, I
Deadly
want to talk
premonition
about
expert.
Alana more, but
Yeah.
you know what happened to
His bicep deflated.
Wait,
it tore,
Oh, God,
and he has to
damn
get
it.
surgery.
Oh my god,
Dude,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Is
That's why when we
iDubbbz
were
paying
watching
for that?
it, and we were like, I mean, I would hope so. But
So it
that's why
wasn't
when we
that,
were
like-
watching it, and we were like, why is it over?
Yeah, it wasn't
why.
like that insane hit he took right before going down.
I think that's why he it
he
tore
tore it.
when he fell. I
Well,
think that's what I
Yeah.
gathered.
That was a good
He
fight.
could also tell us.
Yeah, it was a good fight, and knowing him too, like the second that they actually waved him off, like a few of the times they waved people off, like I was like, is this really their decision, or is the ref being extra cautious?
Mm-hmm.
But I could tell that it was like Brett would have fought if he could.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
he wouldn't have let that stop.
I think
him.
he was like, oopsie.
Right, but when they,
Yeah.
I'm glad that he got waved off.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen going in there. It's so intense. I mean, both times Brett's fought, it's been like so awesome.
Yeah, and they're all trying to get me like Ryan, you should go fight. And like that's the exact kind of bullshit that would happen.
Are you calling Brett out right now?
No, I'm saying
You're
that
gonna fight him
if
at
Brett,
Creator
who's
Crash
been
Stream.
literally training for 2 years, if he can go one round and get his bicep torn, it's like, what hope do I have? None, and I have no interest in this.
Yeah.
We learned about chess boxing though.
Oh yeah,
and
well,
that's
I'm a
something you
big
get
chess
into,
boxer.
right?
Yeah, I would do chess boxing. Oh, and we didn't watch my Connect 4 boxing video that I made.
Nope, we did not watch that.
I did not.
It's,
Connect 4 boxing. Everyone go check it out.
Okay.
On YouTube.
So also former Funhouse member and friend of the show, Alana, fought in the Creator Clash. And
That
how
was
did
epic as fuck.
and won
how
too.
did it how did it feel?
The
Why?
stakes
Just-
were high. Is this what you felt like last year when Brett was fighting? Because this year I was like, oh my God, she's in the ring. Oh my God, she's punching somebody in the face and getting
Last year,
punched in the face.
I'll be honest, I wanted Brett to win, of course, but I
Yeah.
was like, get knocked around a little bit, knock him around a little bit. Yeah?
Oh yeah, of course. No, it was sick. She came out with like God of War.
That's Kratos.
Yeah, sure. With, like Valkyries and Kratos saying
hair
lines
looks
and
Oh,
stuff.
cool.
Kratos.
Yeah. And then she got in there. I was reading her post. She said like her asthma kicked in real hard
Yeah.
That
during
makes
the fight,
sense.
which must have been. I can't even imagine. Seems like it's already so taxing on the lungs and heart
Yeah.
already.
I mean,
without
you
asthma.
can even see it in the fights, like and even the beginning of the second round, which of there's 5, and you can see people who are clearly in shape going like, and I would just be like, I don't know, would I have a heart attack? I feel like I would have a heart attack.
Yeah.
I feel like I would
spend
go
so
out
much more
there,
energy than
I'd
your
just have a
test.
heart
Coaches
attack.
are always telling you take a deep breath. They always make you take a deep breath when you're in the corner. That was crazy though.
Yeah, with amateur boxing, it definitely is like the first round is where most of the action is because everyone's not exhausted yet.
Yeah, there
You
was
know?
only a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
fights where it like they really paced themselves. But
Right.
a lot of the fights were just like the craziest 30 seconds, like first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And the rest is just like
I'm done. I'm dead. Yeah, for real.
4 more rounds. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds.
No, she did great.
Well, Alana's was notable for being the closest decision.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, because literally every single judge had him within
Unanimous?
a couple points.
Yeah.
It wasn't unanimous. It was like it went 1
No,
and 1.
with every other one. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant with every other match they were unanimous.
Most were either unanimous or at least they would kind of have like a bigger gulf of
Yeah.
who had won. Whereas this was like a couple points for each judge.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like real
Cool.
split. But it was cool to see her fight though. I know she's been working real hard for a long time. They all have. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oof, that's why I'm going. I think in training I would have a heart attack. I'd be on the treadmill and they'd just change the incline from like level to like 2, and I
Yeah. Well, I hope, both our friends are getting a nice long rest.
yeah. But it was a really cool show, and they I know raised a lot of money for charity.
And the fights were good too. There was
Yeah.
really
well,
good
they were
fights.
all
What was y'all's
entertaining.
match of the night?
Oh,
Uh,
I didn't know, wasn't familiar with them, but there was the 2 women that were fighting. One of them was like a chess boxer.
Michelle and I forget the other one's
Yeah.
name, but that was the best technical.
That
That
was
fight
like-
was like I felt like I was watching
like
real.
a professional.
real
Well,
boxing.
and they had the endurance for the whole time. They never
Yeah.
let up.
It was just a really cool fight. They were both so fast and so just
Yeah.
like they clearly like knew 100% what they were doing, and it was really cool to watch.
Um,
There's that one. Like all the comebacks were fun to watch.
Yeah.
I like the
Came
dad.
back.
The dad fight.
Yeah,
was my
Dad versus
favorite.
AB.
Yeah, dad
Yeah.
versus AB was great.
Let Dad
my
have
favorite.
another round.
And then Harley rolling off the ring onto the table was pretty good too.
yeah,
and
John Hennigan.
that was another one where just technically, I mean, I'd say technically, like there was just a lot of runs where, at least with Hannigan, he was laying a ton of good hits on Harley, which I was
he was a
impressed
very
by.
intimidating.
He's an
opponent.
actual real
yeah,
athlete.
like
Yeah.
it's
You
like
know?
if I was ever on the opposite side of a ring from that man, I'd be like, I'm just gonna lay down.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
win.
Yeah,
Take
you
my
win.
body.
Harley's just so tall.
Jeez, I know.
Yeah, there was those couple of those comebacks. There was Haley's from last year. I don't remember a lot of the last names.
Wow.
Who had lost, but then this year had a really good.
Oh yeah, she's the dancer.
Yeah. Aaron Hansen
She
won
gave
his
us
match.
Haley's a good name.
But yeah,
Yeah, it was a really fun time.
it was really fun. And when I do watch those, it does make me feel like, oh, maybe I should get in shape a little bit. No, I'm not going to go boxing, but I do think to myself, I should get in shape.
We should have our own creator clash here in the Funhouse office.
Oh, who's going to fight? Who are you going to fight
Yeah,
here?
Ryan, who you calling out?
Let's see, who's
Call
the
somebody out right
smallest?
Who's the smallest?
Probably Elise. I just break her like a twig. You know.
You're going to fight Elise. She just seems like she's
At least
scrappy.
it's very strong.
Yeah, she's...
Yeah,
And she's...
you pick somebody like outside of your like weight and height class.
Well, yeah, she comes up. Whenever we have like physical, she's like, everyone now. I'm very tall, small, and fragile. Please be careful with
Yeah.
me. You know.
It's a trick. It's a trick.
She has
she's
got,
hustling
the
me.
kind of, I know she has run on and off, so she's got that cardio and the endurance
Oh,
training.
cool. So I should break her
That
legs first.
You're going to...
You're not supposed to break somebody's legs during a boxing match. Psycho.
I would fight.
accident.
I would fight John Smith. I'm fucking coming for you, John Smith.
Yeah.
Ugh. Who'd you
Who
fight?
I
here?
fight. Oh man, I would fight Omar and James at the same time.
Oh, he could take him too.
I could.
You're calling
I've
him
got some
out
moves.
as official.
Yeah, I've got the
Shit.
shit my pants in the first
I'd
couple
I'd
seconds.
do
move.
a Hell in the Cell match with all of our interns. Zoe and Tom, I'm calling you out.
Against you. Was that a
There's
tag
no-
team? Or
there's
they,
no
like,
escape.
Are they both in the ring at the same time?
They're both in the ring at the
Destroying
same time.
you.
Yeah. No.
Who Rooster Teeth overall would you fight?
Ooh.
Who you gonna fight?
All of Funhouse first, Armando Torres.
Oh wow! Fight Armando.
Royal Rumble.
Jacob?
Who would I fight?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd want to be in the Royal Rumble against Ryan.
All right.
Me and everybody else against Ryan. No,
Oh,
but
shit.
who at Rooster Teeth would I fight? Oh, I bet I'd have a fun time fighting John Reisinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You been
Just 'cause
called out, John.
Just because I love John. So I feel like just fighting would be fun. Just a good scrap.
Well, you
I
heard it here first.
I love him, but I'm gonna beat the shit out of Gus.
Oh,
Who
you're
did
gonna
Gus?
Yeah.
Gus, you heard it here.
But we're
I love that we're like
Gus, I know you're watching.
Yep, me and you, Gus, and only condition is we have to be in Chippendale's bow
ties?
tie uniforms
Okay.
while we do it.
who should I fight?
At Rooster Teeth? I don't
Yeah.
know. It's up to you.
I don't know.
Armando Torres.
You also fight Armando.
I'm coming for you, Armando. You're getting fucked up. You're gonna get fucked up. Well, now that's it. That's the end of this podcast. We challenged the rest of Rooster Teeth. We challenged each other. Okay. Anyone in the world who you gonna fight?
Anyone in the world?
Who's James? The only real wrestler we know, James. Who's he gonna
This
fight?
isn't wrestling. It's boxing.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
But
what
it's
we're
just
talking
fighting
about.
in general.
Oh man, anyone in the world?
Anyone in the world.
Ryan, you go first.
Let's see. I guess the Dalai Lama. Now that he's had his heel
Under
turn.
hot water later.
Now that he's had his heel turn.
He's gonna suck your tongue.
I know. I'm gonna prevent
He's
him
gonna
from
tell
doing
you to
it.
suck his
I'm
tongue.
gonna suck his tongue. And he's like, oh yeah. Well,
Drama.
shit. Yeah, I'm gonna make him suck my tongue. That's the deal.
Well, he's gonna want that.
Little motherfucker. Oh damn it.
So you lose.
I guess everyone loses in that scenario.
Yeah. Oh, who would I fight? I would fight okay. Triple team against just me. I'd fight.
Hayden Christensen.
How'd you know that? How'd you know that?
Just like a
Hayden
wild fucking
Christensen,
guess.
Mark Hamill, Daisy Ridley.
Wow.
All the Skywalker.
In a tag team or
No, that'll be against me.
they're all against you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
and I'd let them win.
Rick, who would you fight? Anyone in the world?
Anyone in the world?
You could box.
I'll probably fight fucking Jar Jar Binks.
the voice of, or just a
character? The
CGI?
real
I mean, I
character?
guess I said
Character.
anywhere and in the world. I didn't specify which world.
Misa, no think so.
Lindsay,
Okay, that's.
you never said of anybody.
Yeah, you
never
gotta fight.
said- You gotta
Which
fight
fictional
somebody.
character are you gonna
I fight myself every day. Every morning I wake up is a battle to live.
That's stretching the ruals.
That's too real.
I don't know. I'm a lover, not a fighter. To
Armando?
be honest, so I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fuck you up, Armando. Thanks for watching this week's episode of the Funhaus Podcast. Make sure you check out our live streams every Tuesday and Thursday, especially if you're watching this when this episode comes out. We're doing a 420 stream today. Check out my new show
news.
of How Hard It Could It Be, where I got high, made tiramisu with my guest and friend Tay. And check out some of the cool videos we got coming out. We got more action-packed and jacked in the lineup.
We got a Cinemoji Speed Run 2 coming up.
Oh my
got
See
god.
if we can beat our record.
We totally will.
That's true. See if we can beat it. And lots of fun stuff. Next week, there's a Twisted Metal special. That's going to be pretty cool. So
Oh man. I bet Ryan's so good in it.
thanks for watching,
We already
everybody.
filmed that one. Oh, yeah. Bye, everyone. Get high.